Next up to the Western Slope, glad to meet Luke Hutto, junior guard with Montrose men's basketball. Luke, how would you describe your style of play, how you operate on the basketball court?
I'd say it's kind of like old school, like a lot of finesse involved, a lot of finishing around the rim stuff. Um, it's just kind of how I've always grown up playing.
That fits, and you tell me where I'm wrong. I'm texting and sharing with my colleagues at Colorado Preps Network, and I'm saying, boy's got some skills. It's a really smooth thing, not necessarily fast, or rapid, but a really smooth way of operating. And, I think that fits what you were saying. Very impressive.
Yeah.
What got you to be that skilled as a basketball player?
It's always just kind of how I've grown up, and I've changed. I grew up tall, and so I developed an inside game, and then I don't know, I'm just kind of a basketball family. I learned a lot from my dad.
Okay.
Yeah.
What's your dad's background as a basketball player?
Not much. My aunt played at Mesa State, and then yeah, that's pretty much it. But,
Gotcha. Okay, so the former Mavericks, part of the family blood, and Dad at one point was a baller himself.
Yeah.
And then you did mention that you do like to go down low. How tall are you right now? I know what the roster says, but how tall are you?
I'm 6'3".
Okay, so you're 6'3", guard position. You do a lot of rebounding. You also aren't afraid to go down low and set up in those post moves. Why is that part of your game with just being a 6'3" player?
Yeah, I think that's kind of what sets me apart. I'm obviously good on the perimeter and have a quick first step, but I'm able to make post moves and score over people that are a lot taller and more athletic than me. So I think that's something unique.
You can go coast to coast too with the handles too. And with all the skillfulness, including going behind the back, driving on people and putting in twos. So that's pretty impressive. Montrose has got some good stuff. Now let's talk about your team, Luke. Part of why you're on the radar is not just you personally, but the team itself. You earned a bye, advanced to the Sweet 16, 20 wins in the previous season. Your squad's ranked in the preseason top 10s that are published. What do you think those expectations for this year's squad are justified?
I think they're justified in that we have a lot of experience. Coach Vo always plays really young guys. Me, Trey, Jordan, we're all 3-year starters now, and so we have a lot of experience behind our back, and then also we just have a lot of sheer skill all around. We got a lot of basketball players. We have great chemistry. We've all been playing with or against each other since middle school. So
gotcha. And you're already educating us as we meet you. I didn't realize that head coach Ryan Voehringer, you call him Coach Vo, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. All right. We got to remember that it's Coach Vo. And when we talk about him, I mean, your program's clearly on the upswing. How would you explain his role when we speak of head coach Ryan Voehringer in bringing this success to Montrose basketball?
Oh, he has a huge role in it. He's the best coach around by far. He really doesn't care. He will yell in your face. He's very direct with you, and he really just wants to win, but he also cares about you, says hi to you in school. He's a really good guy.
Seems to be a little connection there between you and your head coach. And how about your guys, too? I know about Trey Reese. What makes him so good?
He's just a really good playmaker, and he always knows where to get you the ball at the right time. And, and I don't know. Yeah, it's just kind of a good chemistry.
Just kind of a thing you can't explain, but it works.
Yeah.
Right. You know what else is working right now? You look real sharp, framed up there in your room, and then you got this all tight, and there's a reason for that. Let's talk about your brother. You have a twin brother. In what ways is he an inspiration for you this season?
So as a lot of people know around Montrose, he got diagnosed with brain cancer, and so it's just I just play for him because I'm his best friend, he's my best friend, and I just talk to him all the time, and it just is even more of a blessing for me to be able to go out there and play for him, and it gives me like a wake up call that I'm lucky to be here and I'm happy to be here, and that yeah.
How long ago was he diagnosed? And what is your brother's name, by the way?
His name's Aiden.
Okay.
He was diagnosed on December 13th.
Okay, so this is fairly recent.
Yeah, fairly recent. It was just kind of going right into basketball season. It was overwhelming at the start.
Mm-hmm.
But he's
very
doing
fresh.
Good, so.
Well, credit to you. I don't know if I could handle it, honestly. That's emotional. you're composed on the court that we've seen, but you're maintaining your composure here because, I mean, that's good stuff right in the heart.
Yeah.
Is there ways that Aiden is able to follow you, considering, you know, all the restrictions are with basketball? Is he just following on Twitter or Facebook or whatever? How's he keep track?
You can watch games on NFHS Network, and he does that,
Okay,
or
cool.
like on Huddle after. But I don't even really see him that often because he's at such high risk of illness, and so I'm kind of don't see him very often. But I call him and text him a lot, and he sees the games. So
Some more perspective on where we are in the pandemic, how each of us is affected in different ways, right?
right.
Yeah, it certainly gives us one of many reasons to keep you on our radar and pay attention and even root for you if we have to. So what are your realistic expectations for Montrose basketball this season?
Realistically, I'd love to go to the Final Four. That's what Coach always preaches to us. Just, you know, make it to the Final Four. He says he's been there once before with he's been all over the place, but he says it's just a different feeling. And he thinks that we have all the potential and all the skills to do it. It's just about executing at this point.
And you believe yourself?
Yeah, I definitely believe. I think we have all the tools. We practice all the time. We're ready to go.
And you've got brother Aiden in your heart and your mind at all times, right?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, let's review the pronunciations in the media guide. It's Luke Hutto, right? Luke Hutto.
Yes. Hutto. Yes.
You're proud to call Colorado home. So are we. Since 1973, we've been giving back to the communities where we live, work, and play across our great state. And we're here to stay. If you're looking for an independent, locally managed community bank where the employees are also the owners, we would like to be your bank. We're Alpine Bank.